Hi, I'm the product review guy, Troy Tittlesbury, and I'm back. Today we will be reviewing having a pet snake. I have a pet black rat snake. I've had it for 4 months now. I got it off snakes.net. Ran me $120, and it's been good. It's a constrictor, which I did learn the hard way. That's why I named it Julius Squeezer. I recommend having a pet snake if you don't mind occasionally being attacked, kind of having a slithery thing creeping about. People think snakes constantly attack their owners, but that's only happened a dozen times. I will say I was under the impression you could feed them live rats, which is why I kind of got them for my Manhattan situation. But you don't want to feed them live rats because if they're not hungry, you will end up with sort of a pet snake, pet rat situation, and you might get attached to your pet rat. You might name it Julius Cheeser, and now you have Cheeser and Squeezer, and you're getting all excited for Unlikely Animal Friends viral videos, and 2.5 weeks later, you wake up and Julius Cheeser is gone, and Julius Squeezer looks pregnant, and you cry it out, and you resent Julius Squeezer for a few days, kind of like he resents you. Ultimately, you get over it because you were trying to feed him and he was your pet. You guys know me for my pros and cons with my reviews. That's my thing. Couple of pros. They're very quiet, silent. They're silent. You don't have to train a pet snake. You can't train them, but you also don't have to. They prefer to be left alone, so you can leave. You can take a vacation for long periods of time. And they're fine. They actually prefer that. They prefer when you're far away from them. And they are hypoallergenic. A few cons for having a pet snake, and there are more cons. If it gets into its strike pose, you are going to want to avoid it for a while. I wouldn't say it's the most cuddly pet you could possibly have. Not a big cuddler. If it does cuddle, it usually is a sign it thinks it might eat you at some point. They have a lot of infections, mouth rot, stomatitis, saliva bubbles, bad sign, vomiting, organ swelling, anemia, septicemia, respiratory plague. If you hear wheezing, it might be snake Ebola. A lot of parasites. If you get squeamish around parasites or snakes, you're going to want to avoid having a snake. So, overall, I will give having a pet snake off snakes.net 4 out of 5 stars. I would give it 5 stars, but I just don't like to give 5 stars out. You guys know that. I'm a tough 5-star guy. 4 out of 5 is better than the pet badger, which y'all remember I reviewed a few years ago. The badger never came out of its hole. It almost felt like I didn't have a pet badger. Eventually it chewed through the pipes, and then I didn't have a pet badger or hot water, which worked out for Julius. He prefers cold water. And that's a little tight. Thank you, buddy. They will give you free hugs. That's thank you, buddy. I know. That's a little. That's not the throat though. Not the throat. Appreciate it. I appreciate that. Thank you, but we've talked about